very middle-class white guy kind of way. Kev is fluent in Mandarin and is also a dickhead. Please welcome to the stage the wonderful, the incredible, the incredibly talented, the Kev!
Josh Fletcher, everyone!
That's the Kev. Love you, Kev. It's not a Kev, it's the Kev. The Kev. Yeah. So now I'm better to it. Go the hits! Hello! Metal Rain! Quick one!
How is everyone tonight? As we all know, Manchester is a city with a very proud musical history. And as we've seen earlier tonight from Laura and Thomas and Mike and Jamal, it's a city with a very proud musical future. And speaking of the future, I'm going to start with a very, very brief ditty that is both politically engaged and I'm sure you will agree, factually accurate. This country's run by stupid fucking fuckers, and that's why it's totally motherfucking fucked. They really fucking don't have a clue, and don't give a fuck. Satire's normally a perishable thing. All politicians eventually go away, but something tells me this chorus I'm singing is never ever gonna age. Is never ever gonna age. Never ever gonna age. Never ever gonna age. So, I think you will agree that already tonight this has been one of the gigs of the 2020s. Well, there haven't been many gigs in the 2020s because it's been a pretty horrendous decade so far. You've had a pandemic, war in Europe, a cost of living crisis. Many of our most beloved celebrities were exposed as sinister perverts. You've got R. Kelly, Kevin Spacey, and as if to add insult to injury, Roger Daltrey wasn't one of them. So, this song is about how to negotiate all the horribleness. Someone, somewhere is living their last day on earth, oblivious as they were on their very first. Someone, somewhere is sipping tea for the last time, unaware they're about to enjoy their final glimpse of sunshine. Someone, somewhere is marking down in their diary a power lunch with a prospective client they will not live to see. Someone, somewhere is waving the neighbors goodbye, not knowing they'll be burying them in just a few days' time. The sobering thing when you think it through, this could include me and you. So let's have sex. Let's have sex. It's really not that complex. I sense a connection in our bodies and souls. One day the earth's gonna swallow us whole, so why not take that step and let's have sex? If there is a God, then he or she has to supervise man and beast, mountain, seas, and all the lands and skies. 100 billion galaxies with a trillion stars. It's pretty clear they don't care how we use our private parts. We are just prisoners in our skin. Your face tells me without saying nothing. You wanna fuck. You wanna fuck. some news, you're in luck. We're just a couple of slabs of meat designed by evolution to get between the sheets and make each other scream. You wanna fuck? Let me doink your muff. Let me doink your muff. It'll take you to heaven above. And while we're up there, we'll probably find the angels are kinky as you and I. So we'll ask them to join in as I doink your muff. Do we have any Bowie fans here tonight? Yeah, you're gonna fucking hate this one. It's with a special. It's especially for Thomas because it's about astronomy. When I see a starry sky, I contemplate on this speck of dust we call the earth. Is there life in other worlds, light years away? Could we be alone in the universe? NASA sent a space probe all the way to Mars to find life and maybe intelligent souls. If it's anything like this planet of ours, it must be full of unbearable arseholes. Wankers from afar. Wankers from afar. I once tried my hand at astrophotography to catch a glimpse of foreign galaxies. I saw an alien and he seemed to stare back at me, the way Liam Gallagher looks at paparazzi. Prince beyond the stars. That's probably what they are. Far away, races say, go back to where you came from. You need to learn how to say stuff for you in Klingon. Phone home, phone home. Thank you. This next song is about rock and roll. You often hear performers say, it starts like this. You often hear performers say that a song is too funky while they're performing it, and when they say it's too funky, I'm always like, well, why don't you just make it less funky instead of complaining all the time like some kind of snowflake gammon? So this is the first time I've ever played this one live, because it's crap. George Michael once sang, put your tiny hand in mine. The song My Sharona mentions the touch of the younger kind. Neil Diamond's Girl, you'll be a woman soon is clearly about some bloke's attempt to groom. In Two Nights the Night, Rod Stewart asks his virgin child to spread her wings and let her inhibitions run wild. Ted Nugent and Motorhead both have songs called Jailbait. Rock and roll is a rapey old place. I think we we'd all prefer if they stop behaving like pervs and shut up and sing. Shut up and sing. Stop acting like you're some kind of pedophile ring and shut up and sing. The Spice Girls thought they were setting young girls free by jiggling their tits on national TV. Bono thinks he knows how to buy the whole world lunch. Pop stars are a delusional bunch. Oh, wouldn't it be ever so nice if they all just stop talking shite and shut up and sing. Shut up and sing. Leave the talking to people who know anything and shut up and sing. The stars you admired the most when you were a kid turned out to be sleazy, ignorant, or bigoted. Some girls by the Rolling Stones categorizes groupies by race. And UB40 is the musical equivalent of blackface. Eminem saw fit to perform with vomit on his sweater. And the less said about Eric Clapton, the better. So shut up and sing. Shut up and sing. Take some advice from W.B. Yeats. We have no gift to set a statesman straight, but most of all, please remember one thing: the whole world's tired of songs about nothing. So shut up and sing. This next one is called the Great British Indie Song, because we've all been to see performers who are just so insufferably preachy, and they are so over the top. They're telling you how to live your life and giving you all these messages, and halfway through the song, you quite frankly don't know whether to go to the bar or go and join the Young Conservatives. So we might have to miss out on the masturbatory guitar solo, but we'll see where this leads, so to speak. Songs about dicks and male masturbation and entering women's licks, but I'm 38 now and really should be trying to get myself taken seriously. All the clever people say that a proper work of art must be solemn and be weighty and remind you that it's smart. All true British indie must be self-pitying and whiny. Star, sing about how insecure you are. Rock and roll used to be a rallying cry. Now it's just an impotent sigh. And everyone will sing along to the great British indie song. Sing along to the great British indie song. They say, Kev, your songs need political insight, but be vague enough not to piss off left or right. Show everyone how brave you are by saying mean things about corporate power. But don't insult Carling, they sponsor gigs. so uncool as to promote a brand. Don't talk too much to media, don't talk too much to fans, and let people think it's shyness, when it's really just contempt for the working class. Sing about your misery, moan about society, even though you're a cishet white guy in a super rich country, and everyone will sing along to the great British indie song. Everyone sing along to the great British indie song. Don't try to make money. All you need for a performer's fee is an artisanal almond pancake and some sweat from Gwyneth Paltrow's boobies, and everyone will sing along to the great British indie song. Everyone will sing along to the great British indie song. This next one is called Cheap Hotel. I got the inspiration. So I often write songs about failed relationships or relationships that never quite happened. So I'm basically Taylor Swift with dick jokes. Now I'm not normally one for workplace gossip, but I heard your husband's got a wandering dick. Now I'm pretty shy and don't wish to pry, but I get a strong sense you're not satisfied. You removed his picture from next to your PC, and the other day you showed some cleavage to me. I'd like to tell you over a cup of tea, with a little hand on your knee. It's becoming quite clear that your marriage is far from healthy. So be a good sport and send me a pornographic selfie, and then put on your finest dress, meet me and help me lose my mess. On a sordid night at a cheap hotel. On a sordid night at a cheap hotel. Now you're the kind of girl that gets a lot of suitors. I couldn't help but notice when I hacked your computer. We've never made that much eye contact, but believe me, girl, I got your back. The boss has been making creepy advances on you, but he's a 2-minute man and he's hung like a cashew. And Jim from HR's a sexist twat, and Andy from marketing's into scam. Now you just got back from holiday in Alicante, and there's no point letting that beach bod go to waste. So sit in my face for quarter an hour, then we'll squeeze into the tiny shower. For a stolen hour at a cheap hotel. 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 As Diana Ross didn't quite say, you can't hurry love, but you can hurry foreplay. For half an hour at a cheap hotel. 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 So, I think it's Pride Month, or it's about to be Pride Month.
Yeah!
Yeah, so I'm not going to sing about that. I don't know too much about women, just that they're them things with vaginas in them. Love between the sexes is all around, and it usually ends in failure, because we're just not compatible except our genitalia. You'll receive free advice from so many places to get laid, score, pull, or whatever the phrase is. Ignore it and they say you'll be miserable, grow old and wither and die alone, or worst of all, end up in the friend zone. In the game of love there are all kinds of strategies to turn your idle fantasies into reality. Reality's a mess full of fluids and smells, with consequences that last till you're old. So it could be wise to stick to the friend zone. Even when a woman has an attraction to my animal sexual magnetism, I have to read her mind but respect her space. The only solution's to be psychic or gay. So the friend zone's probably just the place to stay. When the term "till death do us part" was originally coined, life expectancy was about 29. Staying together means getting old and grey till their teeth disappear and their waistline explodes. So it could be wise to stick to the friend zone. Countless heartbreaks and disillusions have only led me to one conclusion: men are just asses who think with their dicks, and women are mostly snakes with tits. So it's sensible to stick rather than twist. If you think your love is the exception to the rule, and you've joined the ranks of those who've trimmed millions of pubes, you can light some candles and turn off your phones, create a fire hazard in your home, or get smart and just stay in the friend zone. Next one, I've only ever performed live once before at the Pint Pop, shortly before the pandemic, and it went down like an abortion at a gender reveal party. But hopefully tonight the reception will be better. It's a religious song. The universe is a mystery. There are billions of years of history. I'd ask him just one question, it would be, what the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? What the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? I can't believe you created it. All things bright and beautiful, great and small, from sunsets to old men's sweaty balls. Will there be an end to the shit? Will the sinners burn in the pit? After I've addressed my question to you, I want to meet Satan too and ask, what the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What's with all the shit? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Thank you. Thanks for laughing at that one, by the way. You can go home and tell all your friends. He's funny, but I think he's mentally handicapped. I heard that, Liam, you can't.
That's the second bit.
Well, as part of my set, I used to perform a lot of covers when I was still trying to build enough confidence to write my own material. I used to perform songs like Sucked Off a Bloke and Cold-Blooded Christmas, a song about murder and sentences, but I've moved beyond that now. I'm trying to be more highbrow. So this one, speaking, no. I think you'll prefer this one. It's a much higher brow. Guys, speaking of being highbrow, I just met a Cockney who said I was a great philosopher. Well, I think that's why he called me a cat. I'm drunk on romance tonight, out here just lost in your eyes, your pink petal lips and your luxury hair, like a female, tall, dark, handsome millionaire. The moon, she is smiling tonight, bathing us like the street lights. Let's walk hand in hand and turn into the park. We'll sit somewhere clean and we'll count the stars. The park bench is invitingly lit, but a homeless guy's lying on it. I say, my good friend, can you please move your feet so my love and I can have a seat? He asks me if I have spare change. I say I don't carry cash these days. Then looks to you and he asks with a slur, and I say, hey, are you looking at my bird? So I punch him square in the chin then a steel toe cap into his shin. Then grab him by his thinning but greasy hair and smash his head into a post that's conveniently there. He falls to the ground with a thud, wets his pants, then coughs up blood. I think, oh my God, have I just killed someone? And then turn to you and I realize you're gone. It just goes to show that these days the dating pool's full of woke snowflakes. All I wanted was to show you I had balls. Don't blame me when your next guy's a limp-wristed weasel. The homeless guy then moves his head. It turns out he isn't quite dead. He says, you know there will be CCTV footage. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't press charges. So the tramp asks me to suck him off, to help him recover from the shock. So I get to work on his pissy trouser snake and think, well, at least I'm not just another woke snowflake. Just another woke snowflake. Just another woke snowflake. I have a song. We're a bit pressed for time. Thank you, Mouse. I have a song called Cancel Me, but we're a bit pressed for time. It's 5.5 minutes long, so I'll just... it's about being cancelled and how deep down most of us want to be cancelled. Because it contains lines like, 2 nights a week I volunteer at a food bank, but Gillian Anderson's Thatcher got me having a wank. So cancel me before we begin. Unleash a blitzkrieg of tweets about my sins. But I'm not going to play that one tonight because it's in 12-bar blues, which is cultural appropriation. And some people say the whole idea of cultural appropriation is just silly. It's not as if a guitar riff can be racist. And to that I say, yes it can. Permit me to demonstrate. Damn Mexicans. But if you wanted to argue the case that cancel culture doesn't exist, then surely Exhibit A would be the name of Mel Gibson. Some of you might not know, over a decade ago he got into trouble for racism, sexism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, every kind of ism and phobia you can think of, and at the time I just thought, Mel, if you're going to go around abusing women and insulting minorities, show some career savvy and become a rapper. This is the Mel Gibson love song. It would be cutting-edge satire if it were 12 years ago. My heart is on fire like a burning cross. Compared to you, others are at the back of the bus. You're as beautiful as a swastika. And baby, I want to tell ya, I love you as much as I hate other races, religions and sexual orientations. I love you as much as I love Jesus Christ, who was brutally murdered by money-loving Romans. I love you. I kicked you in the head. I've got something to ask as I get down on one knee. Would you do the feminists what Hitler did to gypsies? That came out wrong, I meant, will you be my wife for the remainder of my homophobic life? 'Cause I love you as much as I hate other races, religions and sexual orientations. I love you as much as I love Jesus Christ, who was brutally murdered by money-loving Palestinians. I love you. That's why I punched you in the minge. A pack of mix and Polacks couldn't keep me from you. I love you as much as I hate fags and Germans. They may take our lives, but they won't take our hate. They may take our lives, but they won't take our hate. Yeah, cancel culture doesn't exist, but I'll see you all in court. In all seriousness, though, you could listen to my entire body of work and not know what my actual views are, and my actual view is fuck Mel Gibson, because proper blokes are woke. And to be woke, you need to mix with other cultures. So this one is called Asian Girls. Because I made it my life's work, because I'm a Mandarin tutor among many other things, and I've made it my life's work to build up a dialogue between China and the mysterious exotic culture of middle-class white people. Why won't Asians hook up with me? I'm really good at maths, and I love Bruce Lee. I want you to be my fortune cookie. Why won't Asian girls ever hook up with me? I met my first Asian when I was 3. It was a nursery. Her name was Kimberly. I went right over to say hello. I said, I love you more than I love spring rolls. She said, go away, you're acting all wrong. And she ran like a Viet Cong. I said, come on, baby, why you being so shitty? I just want to play with your Hello Kitty. Why won't Asians hook up with me? I play ping pong and I love sushi. I just want to perform some bukkake. Why won't Asian girls ever hook up with me? Just 'cause I live in my mom's garage, throw happy endings of an Asian massage. I love you girls from Japan to Manila, but you run away from me like I was freaking Godzilla. If you love me, maybe my love will go far, and I'll let you drive me like I was a car. But if that day comes, I'll hold on tight, 'cause I've seen you girls drive and it's not a pretty sight. Is it 'cause I'm taller than 5'3", or because I have hair on my body? Is it 'cause I rarely go to the barber that you treat my heart like it was Pearl Harbor? Is it 'cause I'm Western European, or I don't know whether you're Japanese or Korean? Is it 'cause I don't drink rice wine that you'll never, ever, ever love me long time? So, I'm coming toward the end of my set, not long to go now. And one thing, believe it or not, one thing I've never had is a pop hit. And I presume the reason for that is that the pop charts are controlled by paid lackeys of the military-industrial complex. But I've always disliked the expression "one-hit wonder" because it's a derogatory way of describing someone who's had a very rare achievement. Because I don't think anyone in this room has ever had a hit. So, but people Oh yes, but people like Darius get ridiculed for only having a few hits, so a quick one for Darius. Darius. So, instead of describing those people as one-hit wonders, I think 99.9999% of people should be described as no-hit motherfuckers. This is my attempt at ceasing to be a no-hit motherfucker. The future ain't looking too bright. Ignorant armies are fighting somewhere tonight. And things aren't exactly looking so promising for you in some sweaty music venue. Nowadays, people love a song, especially a mediocre one, about loving a lover, missing a lover, or wanting to have a lover, or changing your lover for another. Only a song, only a song can empty your mind and empty your head and help you forget you're a bit of a pleb. Modern pop songs, most modern pop songs are buying for fucking morons, are buying for fucking morons. There's market value in a tune, as bland as a dentist's waiting room. Approved by teams of hard-nosed marketing experts for you, the meek who won't inherit the earth. Only a song, only a song can empty your mind for an entire night. Insulting the intelligence of the public. Insulting the intelligence of the public. Me fans are stupid shits. And the men probably have small dicks. And certainly no taste in music. And should piss off to some other gig. So this is of my The Kev songs, of my original songs, this is the last one I'm going to play tonight. And it's, well, as you may have noticed, I'm not in... St. Ambrose boys, will you please shut the fuck up? And then, this was the last song I wrote in 2020 when there was just no end in sight to all the horribleness. And I saw from the people on the open mic scene are not necessarily people I know well, but I saw from my social media feeds that so many people had lost close friends and family members. And so, for everyone who's lost someone important to them over the past few years, for any reason, I have two things to say to you. Number one, every time you see a skeleton, it's grinning like a maniac, so whatever the afterlife is, it must be amazing. And the second thing I have to say to you is this song. Life's full of sorrow, tragedy and pain. Its meaning is a mystery. But I believe there is a God who loves me, even though he's seen my internet history. Some say God's an underachiever at best, and when we die we'll just become dust. But I believe someone somewhere somehow gives us stuff, because I simply must. Hope it might be so. Hope it might be so. That when we die we'll be reunited with everyone we knew and loved, and every horror we ever had to go through is totally understood. Till the end of time we'll find ourselves in a moment of loving bliss, and we'll all be treated to a heartfelt windswept Hollywood kiss. There's truth in the phrase, the good die young. I've learned this the hardest way. Often I find the so-called gift of human life is as sad as a dead leaf on a grave. Scientists say when our bodies move on, our elements never die. So there are rational reasons to believe in an eternally pleasant surprise. I believe it must be so. I believe it must be so. There's a mighty deity patiently waiting to take us into their care. People, beliefs, and nations and creeds can make their own way there. Tried been fighting since the dawn of time, finally get on well. It's a vision of the Christian heaven, but the company's called as hell. I know that it is so. I just know that it is so. Through accidents, illness, and the passage of time, so many special people are not here. We'll hold them in our thoughts, and in the meantime, we'll clap loud enough